Hello lovelies and welcome back to the channel. My name is Katya and today we are going to be checking out the very first episode for 100 Days My Prince that Dio is starring in. I'm super excited to see Dio act in this role because it's going to be so different from what I've seen from him so far, just like him as his own character and everything. So the only other acting I've seen from him has been through his highlight medley and the MVs, so this is gonna be like a completely different thing for me to really just see him embody a whole other character, really be someone else. I have no idea what this show is about. I did not read a synopsis or anything like that, so I'm going in completely blind into what this show is gonna be. I'm assuming he's gonna be playing a prince and maybe romance will follow. I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure what the genre of this show is. Usually I think with any K-drama, no matter what it is, there's always a bit of laughter, at some point, or even if it's super dramatic and serious, I feel like there's always a point where there's a bit of comedy mixed in. So I don't know where we're gonna be. I don't know if it's a comedy, a romance comedy, if it has some serious moments in there. I don't know. We're gonna be seeing. It's gonna be really a lot of fun. I'm truly going in blind. I have never seen any clip pop up of this show. I've only ever heard of the title before, but I've never seen it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be shocked a lot. Hopefully you guys will leave me warnings for any episodes that maybe will be tear-jerkful and will have me crying, so I can prepare, tissues, so do warn me if there's episodes where you think I might be tearful in, so I can prepare myself. But other than that, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Okay, final thoughts on episode 1. This was a roller coaster. We started off at the very beginning, which would look like it was probably a scene that was probably going to be from the future because it was raining. So sometime in the future, something happens and he's wanting to ride off to war. And then it picks up and it goes back to when they were kids for a while, which I really loved. I loved the scenes with the kids. That little boy was so adorable. I think it really built up, obviously, the characters and the relationship that they had, so I think it's so cool to see some backstory into that. Obviously, that's the point, is these two would have history together, but I really like the chemistry between the two kids. The male child actor was so good. He really got me during that scene when he was crying for his mother. My goodness. That really was breaking my heart. He did such a good job in this whole role. His part was so small in the episode, but it was so good. I hope there's gonna be scenes in the future and other episodes where he's gonna be present. Maybe they'll do flashbacks to when they're kids and in their childhood, because he was such a good actor. So looks like what's happened and has gone down is the father, which I don't think they've said his name, and maybe I've missed it if they did for Dio's character, but I'll just call him Crown Prince for now until I know his name for sure. I know she said one buck or something like that at one point. I can't remember off the top of my head, but she did say a name, so I wonder if she was referencing to him or not. I'm not certain, but I'll stick with Crown Prince for now, and then I'll call him Young Crown Prince for when he was a kid, just to make sure I know where I'm at. So the Crown Prince's father was the previous king's brother, who it seems that, it didn't specify, but it seems that maybe he, hacked off his brother, and I guess anyone who was really involved with his staff and would probably be on his side and go against, him being king, which comes to, the other men, the politicians' men coming in and killing everyone, killing Yiso's family, and, destroying her household, which causes her and her brother to run away. And of course, the Crown Prince being present for all of that really does change the whole scenario for everything, because obviously his dad did not have in mind that his son would witness all of these acts and see him in a different light from what he previously saw him as. So now that he sees him as like this man who is involved with murder and deception and everything, he's, completely shut off as he's gotten older. He doesn't want to be prince, he didn't want his father to be king, especially not in the way that he became king. And the dad has no reason and no right to even be upset with him over this scenario, because it's very clear that obviously he'd be upset with him and doesn't like him or the acts that he's done to get to the position he's at. Especially, his mother is no longer with them, and that whole scenario is very suspicious. I'm sure as he got older, he probably figured what probably went down with that it maybe was not an accident. But who knows? Maybe they'll talk about that later. But we're also at the point with him where he's been having this health condition with his chest pains, and that he was receiving medicine for him. But the medicine mixed with these like honey dessert things that he would eat would create a poison, I guess, inside of his stomach. I'm not entirely sure how that science works, but that was what was happening, and he gets sick, I guess, not being aware of that in the beginning. And then along the way, you do find out that he did become aware of this and is trying to collect evidence for the people who are involved in this into poisoning him. Which we do find out is the queen, who is the current queen, who is married to his father, who wants her own son to be the crown prince and not the current crown prince, Dio's character. So at least for now, that is what the present problem and situation are going to be, is the crown prince is trying to collect evidence to, show that the queen has been trying to poison him, among probably with other people. There is this assassin character who is also involved in this whole scenario. I don't know who it is. It's obviously a secret for now. My guess is, and it is only in the sense that I feel like the drama would do that just in general. Like, I feel like the show would just take that route and have the assassin be Yiso's brother, just because they would want that drama between like this triangle of people, them being connected, the crown prince and Yiso, and then, you find out like her brother is trying to kill him. So that'd feel like some amazing drama. I could be wrong. It could be just, thinking so far out there, but who knows? It could be like a twist, and if it's right, I don't know what I'll do. We're gonna get like a little switch. We get a little bit of switch as far as the dynamics of characters between the Crown Prince when he's on screen versus when Yiso's on screen as adults. So like Yiso's character, her kind of persona right now kind of centers around a bit more lighthearted scenes and a bit more, I guess, comedy, you could say. She kind of brings the lighthearted parts into this episode with her sarcasm and with her character in itself. Like, she's very headstrong and very strong in her beliefs. So she kind of brings that soft dynamic to the harshness that is the Crown Prince's life. When we're with him, he's obviously very upset, moody all the time. And so it kind of brings like a nice dynamic between the two. And of course, the episode just has to end with him running after her and, seeing her amongst the cherry blossoms as soon as she comes into town. It's fate, it's destiny. As soon as she comes into town, he's obviously out and about at this time, and he happens to see her. Oh, it's fate. It's truly fate. He recognizes her like right away, and maybe he's not entirely certain it is her. Maybe he's just, wanting it to be her. He just feels that it is her, and obviously is going to chase after her. I am hoping and praying in the beginning of the next episode it goes straight to that, and if it doesn't, if it cuts to something else, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I need to see what happens next with that. I'm hoping he doesn't lose her after chasing after her. I mean, she could lose him, I guess. That's probably gonna happen. Who knows when they'll meet, like actually be able to meet. But overall thoughts on the first episode, I really liked it. I'm gonna have so much fun continuing watching these episodes with you guys. I'm super excited to see where this show is gonna go, especially based on that very first scene we saw. I'm so concerned there's gonna be a lot of sad moments in the show, and I'm gonna be crying. I was really trying to contain myself today when that little boy was crying for his mother. Like, that was already tough enough, and I really I cannot handle crying without tissues near me, because I will be a bawling mess if there's any more sad scenes, and there probably will be. So I just have to mentally prepare myself for when those times come and just have tissues on hand. But other than that, lovelies, that is it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye!